this is Mark, just a bit outside on BeExposedRadio.com. Listen to us every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on Facebook and on YouTube.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org.
7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artists, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature. And I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do. And I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular. It's getting that person money. It's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, we're on you. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Tom, the People Conductor Black, and this is
James, the Messenger Spires.
Outstanding. And this is Urban and Suburban
Perspectives.
Nice. See, you didn't want to do that. I know, it was a little odd, a little strange. But
hello, Baltimore and the rest of the world.
Yeah, hello, Baltimore. Hello to the internet. Just wanted to tell you that we're going to spend time on the first hour talking about real estate, local real estate, some of the stuff that we've got going on, and some of the, what the we buy houses people are about. What is that? I know you see a lot of those things out and about in your travels. So really excited to get down to business, really.
Yeah.
So and then the other thing is that if you stay with us for the first hour, at the end of the hour, we're going to give away some free software, a free trial. But right now, if you're listening, whether you're on our Facebook page or on BeExposedRadio.com, if you want to promote your business, please shoot me a text, and then if we could give you a quick mention, shout out, we will. But this is just for the real estate hour between 7 and 8. And, tell me a little bit. We got a New York investor coming down?
Well, yeah, we landed a New York investor who's interested in some package deals that we met Kate, and real good opportunity. I mean, it was about 40 properties out here in Baltimore. Most of them already rented. The ones are not was just recently evicted and just need to touch up. And then they're all lead-free certificate, so that was excellent. So he shot the offer at that 1.6 million, and they're in. That's why I was reading the emails today. I was so excited.
Absolutely, I've been staying on it, doing the follow-up. But how did we get that lead? How did we get him? What did you do on Facebook to help us get that buyer?
Well, basically, I went on to the Facebook business pages for real estate in New York. I went into Florida to DC, Baltimore, etc., like that.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So when I went on there, I just basically typed in, copied and paste to each group. It's like 20 some groups, and it was just ridiculous, man, because it was time consuming, but it was good. But now that we have another option that you was talking about a little bit about the bots, and that's going to be very more useful than how we got Ben and how we got Kate. We just connected the dots, and they're going back and forth, and I think there was a counter offer at 1.4 million.
Yeah, I'm not sure where we are. We don't need to get into the money part of it, but what I was going to say is, I want to talk about wholesaling and what that is. And so some of us see those "We Buy Houses" signs, and they go to what? They typically go to a local training. So if you hear something on the radio or you see it on Facebook or whatever the case may be, their business model is this. So I could share it with you just so you know, so you could be aware and possibly take advantage of it. But most of these companies come through town. They do a 2-hour free introduction.
The seminar.
Hey, this is exactly. This is what we're going to do, and it kind of just gets people excited. And they normally do a really reasonably priced seminar for a couple 3 days in a local hotel. So during those 3 days, you learn some stuff about real estate. We've been to a couple of those trainings.
Man, I loved it actually, because we went to Charles.
Yeah.
He has a great seminar. He's a local from Baltimore City himself.
Right.
And he's doing some great things with the real estate and teaching people podcasting. And I just spoke to our buddy that I was Mike Green.
He's probably the best rehabber, if not on the East Coast, but definitely in Maryland.
And he's doing a great job. And I just spoke with him to trying to say, hey, man, why don't you come on the show and explain what you do?
Right.
And just educate the people, man. It's like, this is what I do. This is how I got into it. I'm from the streets just like everybody else. Mm-hmm. We just came up and we're trying to make a better place for everybody here. Mm-hmm. So I like it. I like the opportunity that we can have when we get to our guests going.
Right. And just to get back in the wholesaling thing, I'm going to explain to the listeners, the viewers, whatever, a little bit about what it is.
Okay.
Again, I mentioned the "We Buy Houses" signs. Those are sometimes called bandit signs. Some jurisdictions they're illegal, so that's why they call them bandit signs. But long story short, it'll say "We buy houses, any condition, on any location," and their phone number. That individual oftentimes is an investor, possibly a landlord, possibly a rehabber, or possibly just a wholesaler. And a wholesaler is simply one who does what you said before, connect the dots.
Basically, it's what yourself and old Roger Waters, he's said some things. My father, the most important thing that I've learned about doing this with no money is connecting the dots, controlling the contract.
Right.
So if you take the contract, you know, if you have a person over here who has a house, and you have over here an investor, and you sign the contracts with the both people, they don't meet. You just control it, and then at closing, that's where you get your percentage.
Right. And I'll actually explain exactly how that works. So, you know, there's listing agents, real estate agents who list properties on the market. This wholesaling functions in a very similar capacity, but it's illegal to practice real estate without a license. But you can be a principal to an agreement. So if you, as the We Buy Houses guy, you've got a couple of investors that are looking for properties, you find one, you want to connect the dots, you sign a contract with the seller for, let's just use an example, 40 grand. And you have a buyer who typically pays 50 grand for properties in those areas, depending on the condition, location, you know, that kind of stuff. Location
is key.
And let's say, so you get under contract for $40,000. You are a principal in the transaction. So you're not practicing real estate without a license, you're a principal. Now, I'm not an attorney, and I don't know what happens in every different state or what have you, but you're bringing buyer and seller together for a fee. So typically what happens, we come up with a number or a net price to the owner. The cash buyer will pay for the property plus what? Closing costs? Closing costs. And then we, as the connector, will make a fee in between.
Like a finder's fee?
Yeah, and in this case, it's called an assignment fee. So once you get under contract with the seller and you find a buyer, you sign one more agreement or one-page agreement with the buyer called an assignment agreement. They put up a deposit at the title company, and when you close, the seller gets their money, the buyer pays their money, and then we walk out the door with our, in this case, $10,000, and we move on to the next opportunity. So just remember, a lot of times when some of these new investors are in this market or any market, they're trying to beat up on the seller and get the best price possible. I use the word beat up, maybe not, but they want to get the best price possible because they want to get
negotiating.
They want to get paid for their services.
You're negotiating what you feel is a fair value, because the one tricky thing about real estate that I noticed, even when you look up comps and stuff, you know, on Zillow and Redfin and all them, when you look up, it's hard to even still pinpoint exactly what the market value of that property is. You kind of have to, you have a window of negotiation. This one down here, 3 stories down, sold for 30,000. This one sold for 40. You know, you really don't know how much work that got done into it or not done.
Yeah, that's why you go and see the property. Sure.
And then, you know, you just come out with a fair agreement and just, you know, go for it. Like, we got into one agreement that was just, we knew was not going to work.
Right. Well,
that was frustrating, but it was a learning experience for me.
Sure. And again, sometimes because we have contacts and connections and we really want to help a seller, sometimes we agree to kind of what they're looking for. But one of the things I do in mentoring and coaching, now I'm very focused on it. If it's not a round, you know, if it's not an easier process or one that's going to work out well for everybody, I certainly don't want to disappoint the seller. I certainly don't want to not get paid. I don't necessarily want to buy properties in areas where I don't target. But the cool thing about real estate, I learned this from one of my mentors in California, just like with Ben, now that we know his criteria. Once you understand what a buyer wants and where, then you can just go and look. And once you find those properties, it's a lot easier to connect the dots. So, you know, if you ever want to learn about real estate, you know, you could certainly get in touch with James Spires on Facebook. I'm under Tom Black. And then if you search on Facebook, Urban and Suburban Perspectives, you know, we could certainly tell you more about what we're doing, what we have going on. We have a couple thousand buyers in the Baltimore area. I think I belong to about 300 Facebook groups. You belong to a ton of them too, don't you?
Yeah, I actually got on my personal page, which is James Spires Panda Bear. Then I have the James Spires Connection, which is my real estate page. Then I have a business page set off of that.
Okay.
And I really kind of like it. You know, I generate our properties that we get,
right.
Post it up there, start connecting the dots.
Right.
I love it. There's so many different options with real estate, man. You know, with not just this wholesaling deal. I'm even going to go to school and get my license, you know, just because, you know, there's so much education that you can get from the school that you're not going to learn just by wholesaling. You know, they give you the legal laws and the terms more, but, you know,
And you bring more value to the community the more knowledge you have.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, knowledge is the key. And then, you know, as we always talk about, you know, we always try to sell the soul of us before the property itself, because you know, without trust or without you respecting me for who I am and my hard work, you know, people kind of look shady by saying, I'm going to hand you over $100,000, you know, go invest this.
Yeah.
But we put that personal touch into everything and make, you know, our clients our friends.
For sure.
And
well, it's important to build that long-term relationship. And, you know, I know a guy, his name's Jordan Stanley Payne, and he's in Montana. And he's an outstanding mentor, great guy, little crazy, but that's what geniuses typically are. But he said, and I'm going to go from a spiritual perspective, because that's what we're talking about on the way over here. He really listens. What do you need, Mr. Seller? Do you need cash? Do you need a creative option? Do you need a real estate agent? You know, we want to do the right thing.
He's a problem solver.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know how that happened, but that was odd.
Gravity.
Yeah, but it's all, gravity. Yeah, that's a law that always applies. But so what I was saying is that he's always asking questions of the seller so he can give them the best value.
And that's something I learned from you. You're always asking the next question. You know, like it can go, what you're listening to, you know how to navigate to the next part where there'll be different components, but you matching it. You're connecting the dots. You know, and that's one of the things I really liked about you. As I was being a study to, you know what I mean, and you was teaching me, I was like, Tom is just like a mastermind of making anything work with money. You know what I mean? Right. Everything could be a business, you know. And as we always talking about too, is our personal touch with all that. You know? Because there's so many angles of business. You could be a stiffler and just with an attitude, like I got the power, you know, and things like that. Yeah. And sometimes you might set the tables with people like that, and you got to be able to navigate with them. You know, don't show your weakness. You know, you can talk great with the best of them, but with the individual people, they want compassion. Like, who are you? And like, I'm giving up my home to you, you know, and like, I'm trusting you to buy me a new home, like find me a great deal, whatever the customer needs. Like today, there was a property next door. I set up a meeting at 1 o'clock with Harry, and he does complete construction and electric. So I got him in there for Gil's property, and it was like, he looked at the electric and he gave me a quote. Now we have 2 quotes. I'm introducing him back to Gil, and he makes the decision and get the work done immediately within the next 60 days.
Excellent, excellent. Well, as we're wrapping up this segment, I wanted to let you know, if you wanted to send your name and number, we'll give you a shout out. You know, be more than willing to do that for you. Like I said, we are focusing on real estate this hour. It's 443-521-3424. I've got my notes in front of me, a couple other things we're going to touch on. So we will be back after the break. Again, if you want to send a text, it's 443-521-3424, and we'll mention your name and company on the air. So anyway, I think we're getting ready to go to the break here, and we're going to be hearing great things the rest of the time. You know, I can't believe the first segment's done already.
Well, I'm not feeling good, man. and I'm happy to be here because it's worth it. It's a cause. So, you know what I mean? I'm over, I'm just here. I'm going to do it.
Yep.
Thank you.
All
Please
right.
join us back.
443-521-3424. Thank you.
Thank you.
Talk to you after the break.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right. They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the how
much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that you're.
Then your average game you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early in the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
Then the pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017. He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs. 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And, in May, he has 6 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. So they're not pitching well. And on top of that, they're also not batting well.
Right. But it kind of sucks because Manuel Margot is doing pretty good. His the past few at bats, his last.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I can see you.
Okay. All right, great. Hey, we're back from the break. Right before we left, we were just talking about if you wanted to have us give a shout out to your business. We definitely could work that out with you. But we touched a little bit on mentors before, and I mentioned a couple of people. Tell me about Mike Green. What does he do and what does he teach? Do you know Mike Green's in Glen Burnie, Maryland, but he helps investors in Baltimore? flip houses. He's one of the best house flippers. He's done 600 houses.
And rehabs. And he has a crew. He actually videotapes.
600 flips.
He videotapes. He does a lot of great things, man. He actually has seminars. I'm definitely excited to have him on the show with us so we can explain personally all the details and how you can contact him or do it yourself.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
By the way, this is Urban Suburban Perspectives on Be Exposed Radio with
Tom, the People Conductor Black, and
James, the Messenger Spires. Thank you, Baltimore and the world.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you. So if you ever want to flip houses, instead of paying, you know, $25,000, $30,000, $50,000 for some of the weekend seminar people who come through town, I think Mike Green charges like $5 or $10 grand, and he can go out to a rehab and help evaluate it and save the average investor $5,000 to $10,000 in repair costs right out of the gate. I mean, this guy's done, like I said, he's done 600 houses. You know, I sold him a wholesale deal last year in Parkville. I made $7 grand, he made 35. That works all day long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or me and my student, I had a student partner, Grace, and so anyway, we found the deal in Parkville, and we brought buyer and seller together. It was an inherited property. Mom passed away, and I think we got under contract with the owner for $135, and Mike paid $142 plus closing costs. Everybody won. But super sharp guy, and the one thing that most people have an issue with in flipping houses is, number one, finding them. And we're going to talk about automated lead generation for any business, but we'll get to that in a second. But the other thing is contractors. How's your experience been with contractors and their reliability and stuff?
Well, so far I've made out pretty well. I've met some interesting people who are, you got some people who was just hard for what they wanted to do.
Yeah, that's really loud, dude.
Well, that was, I apologize.
No worries. So where you lost your train of thought? You want me to pick up the train? While you get together?
People Conductor.
Okay, gotcha. So anyway, Mike Green is an amazing fix and flip mentor and coach, and he'll help you find deals, help you find other people's money to flip these properties, private money. And you know, we've got, I don't know if you can hear the horn beeping out in there, but it's definitely loud.
We're in the city.
So yeah,
see, Tom is used to being
I'm waiting for the sirens to happen. But
see,
yeah, we're on Lexington Street in Baltimore right now. We're here in the heart of Charm City, hon. You know what I mean? You know, this is where the Oreos and the Ravens come to play. But the other thing I want to get back to talk about Mike is, anyway, his website is simplehouseflipping.com. But we're going to have Mike on the show. He's going to talk about how he helps people find properties, funding, and contractors so they can make money. So he's got a very successful business. He probably flips about 10 to 20 houses a month. And he's like, well, after all this work, all these people, all this stuff we're doing, you know, I want to give back.
And I just basically put it out on Facebook, word of mouth, as I walk by people that are doing construction work. I get their business cards, seminars, networking. Just word. I'll ask you, hey, do you know an electrician? Next thing you know, I got 5 of them.
Right.
You know, I met some good people. I hope that we'll be able to involve everybody in the projects.
I agree. When we come back from the break, excuse me, we're going to be talking about lead generation bot marketing and automating your lead flow for any business, but certainly for real estate agents and real estate investors. You want to be listening to this next segment. So I'm very, very excited. You know, I'm here with my friend James. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, man. I tell you what, every time I see you, I feel better. What happened?
I don't know, man. It was just my stomach, maybe a little stomach virus.
Did I upset your stomach?
Maybe. Well,
maybe. You
You
are cray all the way, my man. I love that about you. See, it takes one to know one. That's what I'm saying, is that I know that I'm a little, you know, unique.
Yes,
But,
definitely unique.
Yes,
yes.
That's a nice way to put it.
I don't know what planet.
What planet? See, I've heard that before. We joke at my house that I'm from planet Tommy. Population 1.
Yes, and that's perfect population for that planet.
Yes.
So catch us at the next episode every Thursday, 7 to 9 as well.
Right here, Urban and Suburban Perspectives. And we love bringing you good content. Hopefully we're going to bring some energy. Love some feedback, likes, hearts, whatever you see on Facebook or online. That'd be great. And it's good to be here, man. This one feels a lot better than last week. You know?
Not for me. I'm not feeling good.
Well, I want you to feel better. We're doing our thing, making things happen, and I'm excited. So the next segment about marketing automation is just mind-blowing. You know,
saves a lot of time, a lot of marketing, a lot of money, advertisement.
Sure.
And you could do it yourself at the end of the day.
Well,
see you back.
Give us a minute.
Here's what you missed on Salacious Life Radio.
You know, when it comes to your children, especially if you're dating someone that you actually like, you do want it to work. So you're gonna hope and encourage the relationship between your child and that person because you like that person, you know, so you're gonna hope for the best. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work and you can't make it work. You can't force it. It's like a branch. You keep bending it, eventually it'll snap, and even if you put it back together, it'll never be what it once was. But you definitely pray on it. You hope for the best, you know, because like nobody wants to spend the rest of their life alone just because a particular relationship didn't work out, but you had this beautiful creature as a result of it, you know. But you don't want to necessarily spend and you're not all of a sudden a bad person. You're not all of a sudden not going to fulfill this other person's needs.
You, madam, are a harlot and a scoundrel.
Because I had one kid while I was still married. Like,
but
I take that back.
What if the situation turns around the other way? So you ready for your child to meet? They meet the person, and this person is a giver. So this person's buying your child lots of gifts and wanting to.
I would usually.
Do you
like,
let?
You don't like if it's a birthday or some sort of holiday or something like that. Okay, and they want to get them a few things or get them something. Okay, but just on like a regular basis, like unless it's like Nestle's Quick or something that you can get from like, you know what I'm saying, or like Kit Kats or something like that. Like, no, don't spend a lot of money. It's unrealistic.
I'm sorry.
It's unrealistic. Like, don't try to buy his.
Tune in live to Salacious Life Radio every Wednesday from 9 to 11, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hi, this is Tom, the People Conductor Black, and
James, the Messenger Spires.
And this is Urban and Suburban.
Perspectives.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just say the
That's
whole
exactly
thing.
what I want you to do it.
No.
See, I wanted
Say the whole
first. I
thing.
wanted to say you say urban because you got the urban vibe, right? I wanted you to say urban. I wanted me to say suburban, and then us both say perspectives at the same time.
I don't sing in a
See,
choir.
You think that's odd.
It's
you think that's
way
strange, and it makes you uncomfortable. But anyway, I noticed that I've been looking at him a lot, and I've noticed I have a bald spot. I've noticed that before, but I noticed it a lot. So I'm going to be looking more at you all, and I'm going to look over at him a little bit like this, because then you can't see my dome. Is that a bad idea, or is that a good idea?
Let it go, brother.
Okay, well,
we can shave it right on the show.
Let's get into exciting stuff. Many people have had fan pages or Facebook pages, and they made a lot of money for a few years on those by promoting products or services or websites or widgets or whatever it was. And then over the last couple of years, Facebook has changed the algorithm, so those people are not getting those views, or those people who like their page engage with their content. So there's a new, better way, okay? And we want to talk about Facebook group posting bots, messenger bots, and automated marketing. So I know you know a little bit about the software that we offer, which is BotFox. It's botfox.net, and we can give you more information on that in a second. We're going to talk about a free offer that we're going to be giving before the end of this segment. But what do you know about bots and how they work, and is it something that someone can learn pretty easily to do for themselves?
Well, I know we discussed the first time I was introduced into bots was about 6 months ago. You picked me up from the hospital where I was at work, jumped in the car, and you was talking to a lady about bots, and she had a program for $500 a month for self-generated bots, and I think that was for just Messenger. But the BotFox is so awesome because it's like you can self-generate whatever you want with a schedule. You can type in whatever advertisement or link that you want, just like you do on Facebook, like you're posting an ad. So what this is under the schedule, every say 12 hours to stay underneath
It'll be
spam.
posting for you automatically.
Automatically just posting on different groups.
we all post stuff. Unfortunately, we see too much political stuff, but that's another point. So we all post stuff online, and now this software will do it for you. So all you need to do is set it up, push play, and then it starts getting your message out there. Okay, and you said about your link and whatever, you can do that, but the way we're getting the best results, and this is a little tidbit for you, is that if you're marketing yourself and you're looking at a lead automation system, we can certainly help you with that with botfox.net, but you can start posting one or two, maybe 3 sentences. So if you go to make a post on Facebook and it's short, then you can add those colored backgrounds and with the hearts and just different things like that. So if you've got 2 or 3 lines and you have a background, those are actually more impactful than a long Facebook ad or an ad with a link at the bottom.
Short, sweet, and straight to the point.
Exactly. So what we do for our clients, we do some lead management. I work with Kyle Rogers, and what he will do is he will set these campaigns up for the client, and it's just pushing out the content and then driving in unique leads. So whether you're a listing agent or a wholesaler, a rehabber, landlord, whatever, you're going to be able to generate incoming leads for your business, any business for that matter, right? You've been talking about? You were going to do what, e-commerce with it?
Well, remember when I was talking at the first episode of the show, and I was talking about how I was doing advertising on Facebook groups and stuff like that, and I had to copy and paste all 30, 40, 50 groups and things like that. What I liked about this bot was I was able to set it up to where all my groups that I have within my page was able to click on that, and automatically it pushes that advertisement that you put in out into these groups all at one time.
And I wanted to just take a side note there. Some of you may be familiar with Hootsuite and other aggregate websites, or aggregator, however you want to call it. But you can go to one place in Hootsuite and post something, and it goes out to all of your social media channels. So let's use the same concept here. So with the BotFox software, you actually post what you want to go out in content to the groups that you belong to, and then boom, hit go, and then it goes out to all of those groups. Isn't that amazing, James?
It saves you a lot of time and a lot of advertisement money.
I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's actually excellent. The concept is it
works.
I can't wait.
I know it works.
I can't wait for Kyle to come back so we can have him on the show, man. The guy is amazing.
He's a genius, marketing genius.
I mean, he done developed this program that's going to help like us.
Yeah, and
whoever wants to be involved in it.
Right. And what I wanted to make sure that I mentioned before we got too much further along is that if you want to set up lead automation software for yourself, you're tech savvy, you kind of know it, you're ready to give it a test drive, we can do that. And that's what I want to mention in this segment. We'll mention it a couple other times before we go to break. But if you go to www.botfox.net/trial, TRIAL, there's no other way to spell it, right? So it's www.botfox.net/trial. You can give it a test drive for 7 days. So you can actually open up the software, you can set up some ads, you can start posting ads and generating business right now for your company for free. For free. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
okay, well, you need to say something about this free stuff.
I mean, we was definitely having a conversation about the free stuff on the way over here.
I don't know about all that, just free.
That 7-day trial for free.
Yes.
Is nice.
Yes.
But the only thing is this. You got to really try to understand the whole program itself. And that's why we have the training course for a package that comes along with the program.
If they want to take that ride, yeah.
Yeah, there's different package deals, man, and whatever level you're on, we're able to help you because the big packages, we do everything for you, for your entire business.
We do complete full lead management on a daily basis to help you grow your business. It ends up being $50 a day. It's $1,500 a month. We do offer a guarantee as far as our results. And, we can talk about that, certainly in greater length. But just understand that you're already posting right now, but you post normally on your timeline. Maybe you belong to a few groups, support groups, stuff that you're excited and interested in. So let me give you an example. If you're a We Buy Houses guy and you're interested in the botfox.net software, we've got you. So this is what we do. We post little 1 or 2 sentence ads in different groups, and we use buy-sell groups, for sale by owner groups, for rent by owner groups, garage sale, yard sale, there's estate sale Facebook groups. And so you can get in front of some of these groups are between 50 and 300,000 people. So you can definitely get the message out there, and you can get it out there automatically.
And what I also liked about it, and you mentioned it, say I become a affiliate for like Walmart or Nike or different big companies, you can automatically set up that link and have it generate out whenever you set the schedule up for, and it does it by itself. So whenever they click on that link and go through my funnel to my affiliateship program of the Walmart, for example. You purchase something, I get a percentage. So this is all on autopilot, and I just get the residual money.
Exactly. And beyond, and also to that point, there's bestbuy.com, walmart.com, and any of these companies offer affiliate programs. So if you ever go to their website, go all the way to the bottom and click on affiliate, and you can start making money. Some companies pay 5%, 10%, 20%. So let's just use this example, because I'm going to use Panda Bear. Ready? So let's say your link was walmart.com/Panda Bear. So if anyone goes to walmart.com/Panda Bear, they can buy a TV. So let's say they buy a $200 TV, they pay 10% commission, James is going to get $20. And that can be done for a lot of companies. And so there are, all the major corporations have affiliates. We also offer affiliate programs at botfox.net. If you would like more information on that, feel free to reach out, comment here.
What's your website? I have one.
Right. Well, for the bots, you can go to tom@thebotsmith.com, and that's the actually easiest way to reach me is via email, but it's tom@thebot.smith, smith.com, and that's Kyle's creation. He's the president of the Botsmith. He is a Botsmith type creator, and the BotFox software was one of his creations.
And another way to you can reach it through me as well on my Facebook page, James Spires, SPIRES/Redbeard. And then if you wanted to go to my
looks white to me, man.
Yeah, I used to be red. I'm Irish, but now I'm old, so either way.
Oh, is that old gray?
Yeah.
You're only 40, dude.
43.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's at
I'm
3
sorry,
years.
was that rude?
That was at 3 years it made this happen, because I've only known you for how long? 3 years?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, you
hello,
had a red
family.
beard when we met. You had a red beard, right?
No.
No. All right, Panda Bear.
But then you do James Spires, Panda Bears, the real estate page, but we have the information also on there about the BotFox.
Right, BotFox. Yep, easy for you to say. So if you want to try automated lead generation in your business, it doesn't matter what business you're in. We are talking about real estate in this segment, but it doesn't matter what business you're in. Go to www.botfox.net/trial. Okay, and if you didn't catch that, just message us through our Urban and Suburban Perspectives Facebook page or whatever James had mentioned. That was hard to keep up with all those. That was a whole bunch. But you can watch the replay of this on our Facebook page, because I know you'd want to see this again. Because it's been entertaining. It's good. Did I get you to almost spit out your drink?
Yes.
Nice. So what do you got in there?
Water.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we want to tell them what we had in our cups last week?
I don't know what you had in your cup, but I had some nice apple cider.
Apple cider, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about apple cider. Yeah, so that's definitely the case. So
I like that shirt.
Just to kind of recap, if you want help finding a rehab deal and you're a rehabber and you want a great mentor, we can connect you with Mike Green. We can help you find rehab deals. He can coach you through the process. We all make money. We all make money.
And gain education.
Exactly. And we build the brands, we build out the community. And that's the thing. I've been in real estate since 2004. I have thousands of connections nationally, and I was actually thinking about this earlier. I personally know on my Facebook profile at least 500 multimillionaires. Almost all of them are from real estate. But I mean multi-millionaires. When I say multi, I'm talking 10 plus. And so I do want to recap and say just a couple of names I can run off. Mike Green's a great rehab mentor. If you want buy and hold mentorship or creative financing, I recommend Jordan Stanley Payne. He's great.
Charles Blair.
And just from a a real estate marketing and mentoring vantage point, he works well with wholesalers. So, and then if you want to do virtual real estate, my buddy Bryce McKinley in Dallas, he's closing about 30, 40 real estate deals a month. He hasn't been in a house in 4 years. That's leveraging technology. So please do me a favor, go to www.botfox.net/trial and give it a test drive, give it a look. If you have any questions, just reach back out to us.
Also, if you a big develop organization, man, talk to my buddy on the Eastern Shore, Lindsay Lacrosse, and he has Lacrosse
A real
Homes,
estate developer, yes.
big developer over on the shore.
Okay.
He's reached out to out of state, North Carolina. We found him 138 acres. I mean, we got some big people out here, man, doing big things. So if you got things, let's connect the dots.
Right. Well, I did want to mention one thing as soon as we come back from the break, so don't let me forget to do that. I want to talk about my buddy R.J. Breeden, and his wonderful wife Amy.
Okay.
They're a real estate machine right here in Baltimore, and the surrounding area. But I'm going to get into sharing their information here in just a second. But Breeden, R.J. Breeden, B-R-R-B-R-E-E-D-E-N. Are you Facebook friends with him? He's an agent.
Okay.
Anyway, going to break. We'll be right back. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Urban Suburban Perspectives every Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m.
Right here on Be Exposed Radio.
With
or
Tom, the People Conductor Black.
Or
James, the Messenger Spires.
Absolutely.
See, I was trying to get him to say.
Oh, I get it. You want to...
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bath water to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everyone, we're back. This is Tom, the People Conductor Black, and my friend here.
It's James, the Messenger Spires. Thank you, Baltimore.
And this is the Urban and Suburban
Perspectives
radio show. And I get to do it with my friend here, man. You know, we're hitting the groove here. We're doing our last bit of our first segment, which we've really focused on real estate. And so just kind of recapping some of the stuff. We talked about the We Buy Houses guys. We talked about some of the great mentors in our country. I do some mentoring and coaching here on the local level, and also, you know, I have a few people out of state that I work with. But I really wanted to take a minute to give a shout out to my friend RJ Breeden. RJ is a real estate agent with Remax Sales in Canton. Do you know where the Panera is in Canton?
Yeah.
It's right across the street from that. So I know a number of agents at Remax Sales, but he's right here in Baltimore City. So I know that I know that RJ does some real estate investing himself. He flips some houses. He lists people's houses who flip properties. And his wife Amy does staging. Are you familiar with staging?
That's when when you got new houses and they're putting all the furniture and setting it up to make it look homely.
Right, and you know, try and bring it to life, and now you can walk in the house and visualize where your stuff's going to go. So anyway, if you want to get in touch with RJ Breeden, just go to thebreedengroup.com, and again, Breeden is BREEDEN. Go to thebreedinggroup.com, or you can give RJ a shout at 410-982-3761. And like I said, they're big fans of mine. I've known them on Facebook for a while. I want to add value. And what RJ doesn't know is he's getting ready to take advantage of the botfox.net trial. I didn't even tell him that. It wasn't that just you know what I mean? RJ,
welcome
thank
to
you
the
so
family.
much. www.botfox.net/trial. Thank you for checking it out, man. I appreciate you. And
thank you, RJ.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So let's just dive in. We have just a few minutes left before we finish out this hour. So just to recap, like I said, we did talk about the lead generation bot automation. So whether you're in real estate or any other business, we can provide that for you. We've got some great mentors locally and nationally that we work with. If you're looking to create some passive income for yourself, affiliate income, with our botfox.net software, if you wanted to refer somebody to do business with us, you're going to get a commission. And to start out, it starts out at 25%. So, you know, a lot of the corporations and companies out there, they, like I said, they give 5 or 10%. Some of them might give a little more. So we start you out at 25% affiliate commission on any botfox.net sale, and then we work our way up from there. So tell me a little bit about this hour, or anything you wanted to hit on again, or any thoughts that you had, because we covered a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to say that I'm very blessed for being here. I'm very blessed in meeting people such as yourself that is so warm and willing to just give out information to people and give out how to make better ways, educate your time, your soul, your energy. I mean, like, it's great. I love this. I love real estate. There's so many different avenues of real estate, commercial, residential. You got, I mean, you can own
and then
water.
There's the different types. There's, you know, we can do creative financing. We can do a rent to own. We can do a wholesale deal. You know, maybe you want to do, maybe you're a seller and you don't want to sell too quickly for cash, but you take your cash over time. So maybe you become the bank and you bring in an investor to pay you every month. Now you're not responsible for the taxes, insurance, the tenants, the toilets, any of that crap anymore. Unintended, any of that crap anymore.
I got some, I don't know what you're talking about, but I got some good hard.
Tenants and toilets. You didn't
catch tenants and toilets.
All right, we're getting ready to go to break. We appreciate you checking us out here on Urban and Suburban Perspectives. We're coming here live from the studios here at Be Exposed Radio in Baltimore. So please make sure you tune in on a daily basis to beexposedradio.com for great news, information, entertainment, sports, art, all sorts of stuff. It's a very eclectic group of amazing human beings. So
thank you, definitely.
We'll see you in a second. So that's good stuff.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com. radio.com. So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing, not just simply being told things. Or how about this? You know, we tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right?
Right.
Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, yes, I agree. I definitely.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something, and... Oh, wait, hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy, busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Now listen to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game. Life is real, bones, flesh, blood, decisions.
Make sure you check out the Artist Exchange Show every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yep, Hi everyone, I'm Tom the People Conductor Black here with my good friend
James the Messenger Spires.
And this is Urban and Suburban
Perspectives on BeExposedRadio.com.
And that's BeExposed.radio.com. So there's two E's for the two words, BeExposedRadio.com. So it's actually three words, BeExposedRadio.com. So that's where we are, that's who we are, that's what we're doing.
4 words.
We wanted to actually switch gears. The first hour we talked about real estate. We may be doing that again, possibly as soon as next week. But we want to talk about some very serious matters here in that, there's a lot of people who have addictions, or they have mental issues, or whatever it may be. But the thing is that we all, as human beings, we need to be more compassionate of our friends and neighbors. So I saw something that was posted on Facebook earlier today, and this poor young girl, I think she was like 11 years old, had survived cancer and was cancer free, but the challenge was that throughout the course of the treatment, her smile was a little crooked, and I don't know if they had to do an operation, maybe take something out or what have you, but her smile was really was a little crooked, and the kids in school bullied her mercilessly. And here's what I want to tell you, this is where it's heart-wrenching for me, because I remember when I was in school, and I remember when I was a young kid in school, and I just don't ever remember children being as brutal as they are today. Now, they were definitely challenges, and there were some bully types. I'm not mentioning you by name, Brian Buchanan. No, you did not beat me up when I was in the 5th grade. Yes, you did. But anyway, that's a whole different issue. I don't even remember what it was about. It was funny because we just became Facebook friends the other day, and Brian and I, his mom used to watch my sister and I after school. And one day as we're walking home, we got into it, or he got into me. You know, I got a couple of swings in. But anyway, my point is, and I want to get back to the seriousness of the situation, is that this young lady, she was definitely deformed in some way, and the kids were really, really brutal to her. And she took her own life with a pistol recently. And, you know, you have kids yourself.
Yes, I have 3 beautiful children, a 22, a 17, and a 15.
I'm sure they never have been part of any bullying.
Well, my daughter, because she's mixed, so she has like this long hair and it's red tint and all that. And she came home one day and was like, "Daddy, you know, the girls on the bus keeps grabbing on my hair." And I was like, well, you know, like, I don't know if they're jealous or why they feel like they want to pick on you, or because you're mixed. It could be so many different reasons. You know, you never know what a child learns at home or off of TV or their friends.
Right.
And, you know, I felt like it hurt her heart that her own constituents was bullying her and picking at her.
Right.
And she didn't know how to handle it. And I was like, you know, trying to be the father, and it was like, you can't get mad, you can't fight. If you have to talk to somebody, talk to me, talk to the principal, the counselor, make sure somebody's aware, because it can get dangerous. And like you said, people, there was other young men and women who committed suicide after bullying.
Right. Yeah, and you hear it. I've even seen, there was a celebrity or an Instagram model or something, and this is a year or so ago, but she had posted something and got a lot of really negative feedback, and she committed suicide. So, you know, we don't know what goes inside people's heads. And I got to tell you this, folks, and this, I don't care where you stand politically or on any other matter, religion, otherwise. Love and hate are taught at home. And while I believe you can learn it while you're out in school or out with other people, but it's your responsibility as parents and friends and neighbors to make sure these kids have some basis and some understanding of who they need to be. And sometimes you need to be more compassionate. And then we see the other side of bullying. We see the great news story where they suit up the autistic boy and they're on the 1 yard line and everybody moves out of the way and he scores a touchdown, the game-winning touchdown for a high school team. I've seen this before. And it's just uplifting. So as ugly as any human being can be, or kids can be difficult, they can be just as beautiful too. You know, I saw a little African-American boy on Facebook today, and just a beautiful kid. He was probably about 3 or 4 years old, and he and his parents were at this like outdoor park, and I don't know what was going on there, but they were getting ready to leave. And so the kid literally went through and hugged everyone in the park before they left.
Oh, see, that's...
Could you imagine that? Just, you know, these different couples, all different backgrounds, races, religions, whatever. This little 3 or 4 year old kid is just coming up and hugging people. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, is that, you know, James and I talk about love, and we get frustrated at life's events and people who judge us and maybe don't see us in the light that we hope to emit. That's a good one. We don't know that people see us in the light we hope to emit. You might write that down.
Definitely.
You know what? You should record this. Oh, wait, they are recording.
It is being recorded, so we can...
that's outstanding. See, that's power right there. So we want to be powerful, and we want to be valuable. So the question is, what do we do as individuals about bullying, especially when it comes to the kids?
First, you have to educate the child, you know, give them, you know, exit plan. Like, okay, if you're getting bullied in school, who can you contact immediately? Where should you go? If you have negative thoughts, don't hold it to yourself. Talk to somebody that you're very close to, one of your best friends, one of your the parent or somebody else's parent. Law enforcement, if it gets, you know, so far. We don't want no young people losing their lives. behind bullying or any other type of,
or any people.
Yeah, for anything. I mean,
and that's the thing too, is that
wives can bully husbands.
Right. And I wanted to tell you something. This is kind of off topic, but it's not. One of the biggest reasons that bullying exists, in my estimation, in this world is that we are constantly fed certain stuff in the media about body image. You know, what are you supposed to look like as a girl? You know, how you should dress as a guy. You know, are you manly? Are you not? And the thing is that I heard this really cool story the other day. A friend of mine told me that in Cuba they don't have these commercials because it's government-run TV. So a big man in Cuba might see a hot Cuban lady that's a model. He doesn't know that he's big and he should maybe have self-esteem issues. He'll look at her and she'll look at him, and if their eyes hit and they start talking, maybe they'll go and get coffee, but they have no body image issues. And we perpetuate that in the skinny Victoria's Secret model. I love a curvy woman, I gotta be honest, so do you. But the point is, the Cuban people, I don't want to live in Cuba. I'm not advocating for Cuba, but they don't, you know, they just know how to love, and they love and they communicate and they, you know, do whatever. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So the thing is that a lot of these young girls are getting bullied because they're overweight or they're odd shape or they dress funny, and boys same way.
Boys too,
yeah. Man, I wish it wasn't this way.
It is. It's the reality. But now that, you know, people discuss it all the time, you know, in news channels and the media, social media. Social media is very harsh with that, man. You can access a friend of yours or somebody that you want to tease. I've seen some situations where a child committed suicide based off of internet bullying.
Oh yeah, cyberbullying exists. I want to give out a shout out to my friend Brenda in Pittsburgh. She has an anti-bullying platform. Brenda, you know, you're probably going to watch the replay. You may not be on now, but I definitely want to connect with you, have you call in to the show, or and when you're in the area. You know, she's three hours away in Pittsburgh, you know, and I don't hold anything against you that you're a Steelers fan. I still love you the same.
Well, did you know also, share your opinion here on Be Exposed Radio Live while we're talking at 410-702-5657.
Yeah, you can give us a call.
So you can give us a call if you share your opinion. If you have any questions, you know, text or phone, or hit us on Facebook, or Urban Suburban Perspectives off of Be Exposed Radio. However, whatever you need, man. If we can help you, just definitely hit me up if I'm able to help you. If you're down and out, and you feel like life is over and you just don't know how to go on any farther. We all go through our trials and tribulations. Trust me, I'll eventually tell my story. Tom will tell his story. And the good thing about it is everybody out there has their own story and has their own struggles. But if we group together to help each other with just the way we experienced or handled certain situations, like abuse when I was a child, and I went to the group
sorry you had
homes.
to go through that. I want to stop there just for a second. You're not the only one. I have probably at least 4 or 5 people in my life that are very close to me that I love like you, like a brother, but you know, maybe I love them differently. But I have some really, really important people in my life who've gone through physical abuse, molestation, you know, verbal abuse, whatever, and they've overcome it and they've become beautiful bright lights, and they could be in the darkness and they could be depressed and sad and suicidal, and even those people who come through that, they may still have those moments. So just kind of getting back on the bullying tip, I just want people to love each other. And the thing is that when some of these kids have committed suicide, you know, there's 100 to 1,000 people that are impacted. And I'm not just talking about the school, but see, there's certain segments of the school that were part of the problem, and then there's their friends. And the devastation, can you imagine? And you know, a friend of mine went through this recently. It was a horrific workplace accident. But no parent should be burying their child. That's not the way it's supposed to go. That's not how it's supposed to play out. It does that way for somebody. Remember that everyone has for lack of a better way to put it, an expiration date. You know, we are the only animal that knows that we're going to die. Man, did you know that?
I came up with a...
Did you know that?
Was that we're not the only animal?
We're the only animal that knows that we're going to die. A dog does not know. Now, if they get sick and they're ailing, they're like, oh, God, I probably can't feel this crappy for too long. You know what I mean? Then they come to that realization, but there's no puppy that's like, oh, I wonder how long I have to live. I wonder how long I have to live. Your dog is a wild one. What's your dog's name?
Love, all capital letters. It's a little teacup Yorkie puppy who drives me insane.
Well, you can't, it's hard to drive someplace you're already at. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
it's hard, isn't it? No, this is be honest.
I mean, not really, but you drive me insane.
She drives you further.
Well, I let her. I give myself the control or the power that I release to her and give her that.
Right.
I don't have to give it to her. I can just be as calm as day. Mm-hmm. You know.
Well, I'm going to do a quick shout out to some of my special people. I want to say hello to Sherry and Elkton. How are you, love? You are good people. Had great conversations today. I think we're really on to something amazing in our world. And then, of course, my doggies. I've got 3. Okay. I got a 25-pound Wheaton Terrier. That's Rocky. He's a rescue. When we got him, the dad was having issues and health issues and passed away, and the kids and the family left him in the cage in the garage all day long, every single day, and sometimes into the evening. And then I think, I know one of their children was developmentally disabled. And so we're not sure, but we think he might have been terrorizing the dog a little bit. So that's my 25-pound Wheaton Terrier. Then I've got a 15-pound. We've got a 15-pound Shih Tzu. She's blind. Her name is Kylie, but we call her Baby Num Nums because we figured out she was blind, and then we wanted her to know she had to eat. So we would say Num Nums and then hand her food. And so her nickname became Baby Num Nums. You know what I mean? So that's our blind Shih Tzu, Baby Num Nums. And then Baby Num Nums mated with a Chihuahua, which belonged to a hooker in Florida. You don't see that in a sentence very often. My dog mated with a dog who belonged to a hooker in Florida? Come on.
Okay. Now.
But anyway, she's a body merchant. That's more professional. But anyway, the Chihuahua and the Shih Tzu had a baby, baby Bella, and Bella is a Shih Tzu and Chihuahua mix and is absolutely drop dead adorable.
And they're related to some hooker in Florida.
Right. Well, you know, indirectly. So I call Bella a Chihuahua. Shih Tzu and Chihuahua, a new breed out there right now, kind of like a Labradoodle. Chihuahua. So we have a Chihuahua named Bella. So we started off with bullying, we ended up on puppies, and we're in a loving space. So we're getting ready to go to break. And this is Tom and James with Urban and Suburban Perspectives.
On BeExposedRadio.com.
BeExposedRadio.com. Ba-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Do-do-do. BeExposedRadio.com. Urban and Suburban Perspectives.
Please stick with us. Please give us information.
Yeah, we're just getting through this. This is our second episode. What do we call it, episode? This is our second show. So we just, any of your feedback's greatly appreciated. And I
just don't know right now.
Don't know right now.
But we're definitely going to know when we come back.
Yes, yes. Well, that's what we need to figure out. We got another couple segments here, so I want to definitely figure out what we want to hit on, talk about, focus on. But I just kind of want to mention the bullying thing. And we're going to have some good content for you after the break. And yeah.
I would like to get people involved somehow. If you can call in at 410-702-5657.
Yes. Or
hit our Facebook page and inbox us. Or
yeah, because we got the messages right here. Go to Urban and Suburban Perspectives on Facebook. You can go ahead and look that up now. Outstanding. Well, that's good stuff here. So, and we'll see you guys when we return.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
That's kind of strong.
Just read what the comments are.
Okay. All right.
Hello, welcome back to Urban Suburban Perspectives with
Tom the People Conductor Black and my friend
and James the Messenger Spires. Thank you. In Baltimore and the world, we got love. We're glad you're here.
Yeah. Sometimes we got jokes too. Not now, but
yeah, not now. I'm not feeling good.
We got love right now. Love.
So earlier the day, I put a post on my Facebook. I always try to do some stuff. Sure.
And then we'll start with the comments.
Yeah.
All right. James was feeling curious today, and that's what it says here. How do you think we as a people can end racism?
Heavy question.
What were people chiming in and saying, man? I'm looking at it right now. I'm reading.
I haven't even had a chance to look at it.
Do you want me to read one?
Yeah, let's start with the beginning. That's my sister. Hi, Alicia. So you want to read it? I don't have my glasses.
Okay, Alicia, she wrote, you can't, but you can be kind to everyone in hopes others will see it's much easier to love than hate. And that's another thing. I want to talk about that physically speaking. It takes less muscle energy to smile than to frown. We've all heard that one.
Yes, it's definitely.
And I still believe love and hate are taught at home because like I told you about the 4-year-old on the last segment, just going around and hugging folks. There are no 3 or 4 years old 4-year-olds that hate each other because they're different religions or different races, unless they were taught it by their
That
parents.
was a top behavior. That's a top behavior.
It is, yeah.
You know,
not to be confused with bots, but tot.
Tot and bot is two different things.
Alicia's post got 5 likes. Do you want me to read the next one?
Yes, I love you, Alicia.
Kiana wrote, one of the ways we as a people can end racism is by acknowledging that it does indeed exist. And see, here's the thing, is that there are splinter groups of people who hate on a high level. And sometimes the old saying is the bad apple ruins it for the bunch. And I would say this as a whole, and I could be way off here, but I think people of different colors, backgrounds, and religions in general care about each other. May not be love, but they care about each other as human beings. As a general rule of thumb, I don't think I have rose-colored glasses. I think in general we care about each other.
Everybody that I've met and talked to on a one-on-one level or a personal level, etc., actually had a great heart towards other people. And this is even when I was in some institutions to where you're in there with some people that's not coming home.
Right.
And you talk to them and, you know, why are you in here? You got life. You committed murder. You did this. You know, you still had a good heart. You know what I mean? It wasn't like they walked around every day just like, I want to kill people or beat people up. Nobody naturally just have a nasty attitude like that unless you have the chemical imbalance of some stuff.
Or insane, right. There are a lot of crazy people, and I want to stop on that point real quick before I forget. You know, I just want everyone to know who's been impacted personally or just as an American. You know, I want to say that our thoughts and prayers are with everyone in Thousand Oaks, California. There were 12 innocent young people and a police officer trying to help who lost their lives in California. And you know, I know that there seems to be more of these events over the past few years, so I want to talk about that. And before I get into the details of some of these mass shootings and those kind of things that are going on, it's really upsetting the world. Let's go back to the capitalist military-industrial complex. Okay, the war machine, it exists and rolls out mostly for money and for financial gain. And so here's this. Check this out. This is going to blow your freaking mind. People, you got to listen to this. This is going to blow your mind. So we send our boys and girls over to Afghanistan. They get jacked up, and then they come back, and they're trying to reassimilate back into society. The society's not ready to take them back. They're still experiencing PTSD, and then someone may take that behavior and what is it, 22 veterans commit suicide every day. Okay, so we are putting our country in harm's way by sending those boys and girls into harm's way. Does that make sense? So when they come back, the gentleman who lost his life yesterday, the shooter, was a Marine veteran. Or so that's what I've heard so far. That's the reporting. Well, I mean, so my point is, he served in Afghanistan. So the things that happen over in Afghanistan and Iraq and some of these other countries, these are things that a human being should never see, never experience. You know, there's so many people that have lost their lives in other countries and due to war, and it's oftentimes just over oil or
political and money driven.
Right.
And that's one of the things, you know, living here in the great US of A, you know, our return rehab for people such as that, the Vietnam vets, and also people who came from incarceration who has post-traumatic stress from dealing with being institutionalized out into the street, just thrown out there. You know, you definitely need counseling,
or to be in, like you said, or to be in a mental health facility.
Yes.
You know, this young man out in California probably should have been on medication and or institutionalized, and that's the rub here, is that the elite establishment who runs this country doesn't care about us as individuals in many cases. They only care about getting elected or re-elected or lining their pockets. It's very hard for, at $180,000 a year, for some of these people to be worth $10, $20, $50 million. Do the math. You know, I heard one person the other day, she makes 180 grand a year, but she's worth 90 million. So there are some palms being greased in most jurisdictions, cities, Washington, D.C. You know, we can get into that in a second. But before we get too far along, I mean, I would want to maybe hit a few more of those comments.
Yeah, I like it. It's a nice subject.
Break. But, you know, we covered a lot of things. We've been talking about bullying, PTSD. We're getting ready to go to break. This is Tom, the People Conductor Black.
James, the Messenger Spires.
And this is Urban and Suburban
Perspectives.
Nice.
Gosh.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So
Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah,
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on...
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Let's stay on there. Let's stay on it. We didn't.
Hi, this is Tom, the People Conductor Black, with my friend
James, the Messenger Spires. I do know my name.
You do. Thank you. I got stuck on mine. I kind of forgot for a second. But this is Urban and Suburban Perspectives, and we kind of want to dive in again. We talked about a post that James put on Facebook earlier today that says, how do you think we as a people can end racism? And our first comment says you can't, but you can be kind to everyone in hopes that others will see it's easier to love and hate than hate. And then Kiana said, by acknowledging that it does indeed exist. And then another one put that guy Damien was talking about, you know, we can't as long as there are elders passing down the despicable tradition to youth. And that's another thing we were talking about too. Love and hate are taught at home. So there are no 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, typically in any situation, pre-K, whatever, that hate other kids. You know, and it typically, I don't even know when it takes place. I don't even know when it happens, but. You know, I always say open mind and full hearts lead to great things, you know, and it does take more energy to hate than love.
See, I look at it like this. I don't look at race. I don't really like participating in tagging a title a person as a color or a flavor or a race or whatever, however you perceive it. See, I look at it like,
and that's taught too.
Yeah.
Whether it's black, African American, white, Hispanic. I mean, this is all learned. That we are taught, again, I believe, by the elite establishment to differentiate ourselves from each other than to unify.
Divide and conquer.
You, on the other hand, are a unifier.
Yeah, see, I love to see just great souls and great people coming together. Like, I don't see, because of a skin complexion, you know, I change colors throughout the seasons. Like, summertime, I get redder or pinker, and then you know, lighter and whiter when in the wintertime. But if that's how you perceive me as a color, that's how I don't like to do that. I like to judge you by your soul and what you bring to the table, and what, you know, how you carry yourself. If you got yourself with good morals and standards and integrity and trust and love, and you get those vibes, you can feel that. And like God, when he created Adam and then Eve as the mate, he never said I created a race of people. He said I created man and I created woman. And then from there, everybody just established due to their environment, their conditions that they lived, things like that. So, I don't know. What do you think, Tom? Like, how do you think we can end racism? Or you want to read a couple of these?
Well, I was going to read one. This is good. Melissa put, everyone needs to embrace God and realize we're all the same, just different colors. There's a comedian named Sam Adams who has a good bit. He's actually doing a comedy. I don't know if you've ever seen Dry Bar. The Dry Bar is, I don't know if it's drybar.com, but you know, videos play on Facebook, and there are different comedians. Anyway, Sam Adams is on there, and he's talking about we are all different shades. Okay, so there are some people that are lighter than other people, you know, darker, whatever the case may be. And so he went to the paint store, okay? And so you know those little color things, you know, with the swatches that have different colors?
Yeah.
He put the color up to his skin, and he said, I'm not black. I'm chocolate splendor. You know what I mean? So now I want to go to the paint store and I want to see what kind of shade I am. And that's what I want to call myself.
I like that because there's like so many detailed different flavors. Like when you're looking for paint
like
at Home Depot.
31 flavors of Baskin-Robbins.
Every flavor is delicious.
Exactly. Yeah, and then different flavors for some people. You know, some people like Chunky Monkey. You know, some people like chocolate chip cookie dough. Some people like chocolate peanut butter. See, I like chocolate peanut butter.
Some people are lactose tolerant.
Yeah, some people are. You're right. They are. If you want to call in, we're talking about racism here in Baltimore, and you know, we just a couple of loving young men. I live in the suburbs. My friend here lives in the urburbs.
Yeah, right here.
So this is the urban and suburban perspectives. But I mean, if you want to call in and share anything, you know, comment on anything we've talked about, it's 410-702-5657. I'm writing. I'll have it memorized before I come next time. But it's 410-702-5657. We'd certainly love to hear from you. If you want to call in, that's great. If you don't, that's great.
Scroll down to, let's see what Denise and John said.
You want to read Denise's? You want me to do it?
Please, I don't have my glasses.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Denise is a fine young lady and a really dear friend of mine, someone I care about tremendously.
Hi, Denise.
And, you know, I hope that she's listening, tuning in, what have you. But she put soul recognition for each other and self-love and reprogramming thoughts through unconditional love. Now, dude, this is a
that's my bae.
That's a good woman right there.
Yeah, she definitely gives from the soul. She's also in a group that, if you want to check them out, Optimist Ladies. And she's also the traveling nanny. If you need services for challenged children.
Okay, yeah, like autism and that kind of thing.
Yep.
She's
very good.
And so she's very, very patient with them and teaches them and
Well, we have a buddy named No. Oh man, Noah is his real name.
And his sister is Yes.
Haha, if he had a sister.
I'm sorry, that was weak.
Yeah, No's not going to be happy about that.
Yeah.
But we got some items that we're going to come out with, some bracelets to help children like that with their movement, dealing off the sound, and dealing with the magnets that help out with certain things.
Wow.
Rocks. We got some T-shirts. It's a lot of stuff going on with so check out Denise. But that's a Varipole statement.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go down to John real quick.
Thank you, Denise.
And before I go there, I wanted to just touch on this part. I think the most racist people on the earth do not love themselves. So the old saying is, you cannot give what you don't have. Dr. Wayne Dyer, look him up on YouTube. Wayne Dyer, D-Y-E-R. I can't even spell tonight. But he says, you cannot give that which you do not already have. So if you look in the mirror, you don't love yourself, you don't love how you look, you don't have any self-esteem, blah, 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 you're going to be a hater. You're going to be maybe more prejudicial in general, and judge people and prejudice and racist and a bigot and whatever those things are in your world. But once you learn how to truly love yourself and get in flow with God, the universe, and its people, everything changes dramatically. Okay.
Yes.
But some of these stereotypes that have been created over centuries, there is some truth to them because it's repetitive behavior. But you shouldn't prejudge this new person based on what you heard about an old person.
And
am I right? Or someone else.
No, I was.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Within my studies of Islam. There's a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam where he's walking up to a guy who's stepping on a bunch of red ants, and he asked the gentleman, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm stepping on the red ants." He said, "Why?" He said, "Because one bit me." He said, "Well, why aren't you stomping on the one that bit you?" And like not that. All that. Don't take it out on everybody.
Right.
A race is not what shoots you or stabs you or steals from you.
It's that individual.
It's the individual soul.
And I want to get back to the California thing that we were talking about earlier. The shooting out there is a terrible situation, and thoughts and prayers with everybody. But the responsibility of that act falls with him. It doesn't fall with any other group. It doesn't fall blue or red or white or black. It's just crazy.
Individual self-hate.
But some people will say that some of these shootings have been more a certain group of people than others. I just think there are more, and this has happened more and more than I care to imagine. But like I said, there's 22 American veterans who deserve better than to end their lives because of what they've seen, what they've experienced. You shouldn't see a friend of yours get blown up into pieces. You shouldn't kill another person or many in self-preservation. It's not the way we're designed. It's completely counterintuitive to the way we're wired as people. But I did want to read this. I love Denise's, and I would say it again. Soul recognition for each other and self-love, and reprogramming thoughts through unconditional love. I love that. I love that. Now another person right here, John, said racism is dying one generation at a time. Less and less is being passed on, thankfully. Until it's gone, all we can do is love each other and treat each other how we would like to be treated. The golden rule. The golden rule. Do unto others as you have done unto you. That's exactly how I want to be. That's how I want to be. Regardless of what I think, how I pray, who I am, what my color is, can't we find some common ground? We bleed red. We're both, for example, we may be both in the same town, I happen to come from a county that's, has a majority that's, more of one group. But that doesn't mean that everyone cannot assimilate properly or together from a loving perspective. So I'm going to go down the last one.
I definitely want to give a shout out to Johnny. That's my cousin.
John Latham?
Yes. Yes, he just recently got married to a beautiful woman. She's now due.
On here.
She's pregnant, so congratulations. It's a new family. I'm so happy for him.
Congratulations, John, on getting married and having a baby. Well, she's having a baby.
Hopefully, well, thank God. John looks like he's having the baby.
He does?
Yes.
Really? Does he have a big boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very, very good chef.
Nice. John, you need to cook. And actually, you need to come here. We need to do a cooking episode. And we'll sit here and cook up some stuff.
So Denise can cook too. We can have a cook-off.
We'll have a friggin' food party.
Man, we'll bring some people.
Maybe we even have some people come in studio, and we'll just have a, cooking chef, talk about that. Just a love session. I'd
like to get a look, see if we can get like a DJ, like sound off where the old school turntables and I got some people who are models. I got some people who's in the real estate,
music business, real estate.
You got a lot of people in different fields.
Sure. Yeah, we both are pretty well connected, locally and nationally. And then the last thing I want to put, I don't think it is as bad as the media acts, and that is 100% true. Again, I mentioned the elite establishment a couple times, and please understand that there are people who run the central banks on the planet Earth, who run the Earth. They're in control of everything. So politicians are often just puppets. They're the black, the blue, the red, whatever it is. These are all tools for the elite establishment to keep us from paying attention to the truth. So I tell people all the time, get woke, wake up, and understand what's actually happening out here.
Pay attention to your surroundings and the people you're around.
And that's the thing is these diametrically opposed groups are polarized. They are polarizing the population by bringing in their followers. Okay? And then some say that this side's radical and this side's radical, and they just start name calling, and now the hate builds. And then the media gets involved, and they're like, oh, well, they're divided along political lines already. Let's divide them a little more and make it on racial lines. And so that's the thing, is that I know a lot of truth. I've got an African-American friend named Jim in Virginia, and he and I have talked about different things, about the entertainment industry, about the Illuminati, and a lot of these different things that do exist. And it still comes back to that same thing. It doesn't matter what the outside is like, as long as our heart on the inside is right. I like that. Doesn't matter what the outside is like, as long as the inside is right. You might want to save this.
Yes.
You might want to record this.
It's already being recorded.
It's already being recorded. We keep covering
look,
that.
Check. Here's another post. You got to dig through the shit to find the gold. What do you think?
Well, I think that you need to sharpen the saw and become better at who you are, and that normally leads to trial and tribulations, successes, learning experiences. You didn't succeed, but you learned. There is no failure. It's either learning or succeeding. That's a lot of times people will say, hey, oh, that didn't go according to plan. I failed. No, you learned. Now you won't do that again, hopefully. So we can call the proverbial shit. We've got to go through the shit, the education, the training, the ups, the downs, the good,
the nose,
to get to our best self.
Handle your nose. If the people who told me no was actually my drivers to motivate me to do better, to show that I am better. Like, I'm always like, okay, for example, I work at the hospital. I just got a call today, man, for a new opportunity. I have a job interview coming up Monday for security guard. Who would think that I would be a security guard with a badge after my lifestyle? But I've changed my ways. I changed my thoughts, like Denise was saying. I changed my inner soul for a greater cause. I used everything as an educational tool. I don't down myself, and I don't regret nothing I went through, because that was my journey that God gave me. Now that I have,
but to do it over, you wouldn't. But it's molded in everything that's happened before we arrived here tonight, made us who we are tonight.
Yes.
And we became better people tonight by talking about bullying and racism and real estate and all these different topics, PTSD, mental health, we are now better human beings than when we arrived in this building today. And I thank you for that.
And that's the thing.
We've expanded our hearts and minds right here, right now. And that's some badass shit, truthfully.
I feel like from everybody I walk away from, I feel like I either or they should or both of us as a combination walk away better people. That's how I come into.
My name is Tom, the People Conductor Black. This is my friend
James, the Messenger Spires.
This is Urban and Suburban
Perspectives.
We're going to a break here in just a second, and we will be back to wrap up our last segment of this week's show and give you some contact information on how to get in touch with us and how to promote your business on our next show.
Yes, or get self-bot Fox.
I know, and I'm going to recap and talk about a couple of people before we finish the end of the show. My friend Paul just hit me up, so I'm going to give him a shout out here in a minute.
And if you have any properties that you're trying to get rid of,
yes,
please definitely contact us. We can put you to the right people who's interested in purchasing single family homes, dwellings,
apartment buildings. I got a friend, Chad Whitfeld. He's out in
package deals,
Colorado. He buys multi-family properties all over the country.
Yes, and now that we have Ben, who would buy a whole big package deals. Okay, so we'll go.
Okay, we're awesome.
So now we're back.
We're back. I thought we had said whatever. I thought it's all good. It looks like we have the lines beeping over there.
I don't know how that works yet.
Yeah, but nobody's actually called in. But if you want to call in, it's 410-702-5657. My name is Tom, the People Conductor Black. I'm out here on our radio show right now with my good friend
James, the Messenger Spires.
And this is Urban and Suburban
Perspectives.
Outstanding. So we're going to give a couple shout outs and we're going to kind of wind things down. We covered a lot of things today, but I did want to have a quick shout out to my friend Paul Johnson. He is actually a lender for real estate investors.
Okay.
So Paul Johnson hit me up. He has a company. It's ExodusEquityLoans.com. Like Genesis Exodus.
Okay.
ExodusEquityLoans.com. And if you go on there, you can find out more about your private money and getting funding for your next real estate transaction.
It's percentages and everything else.
Exactly. The rates and terms and all that good
What's
stuff.
his name again?
His name is Paul Johnson with ExodusEquityLoans.com. And you can reach Paul directly at 209-418-7550. 209-418-7550. And just to one other shout out I wanted to do again real quick. Just want to say special thanks for RJ Breeden at the Breeden Group with Remax Sales.
RJ.
And his wife Amy, wonderful person. She does staging. RJ's a great agent, and he's kind of a motivational, inspirational dude. He's you can tell that they're very, very happy, very, very successful, and I learn a lot from them. And I'm glad we're friends on Facebook. So, if you want to go to thebreedengroup.com, BREEDEN, thebreedinggroup.com, or you can reach out to them at Remax Sales at 410-982-3761. So that's all I had for a couple of shout outs. I'm going to be talking about Goins auction service probably next episode, but my friend James Goins is an auctioneer in Hartford County, and we're actually working on a real estate deal now in Dundalk.
Okay.
So I'm very excited about that. We're hoping to get that under contract here in the near future. A couple more things real quick. Special birthday shout out to Vicki Lynn Crowley and Steve LeRae of Luray Insurance. If you need any insurance in the Baltimore metro area, including a landlord policy, go to LurayInsurance.com. This sounds like this. It's like an avalanche of ads. But anyway, Steve's website is Luray, Luray insurance.com, www.lurayinsurance.com. So happy birthday, Steve. Happy birthday, Vicky. It's been an outstanding episode and show with you, my friend. We covered a lot of territory. I feel a lot better than last time.
I'd like to give some shout outs.
Do some shout outs, please.
I'd like to give a shout out to Denise, the traveling nanny.
Hey, Denise.
So if you need anyone
what's up?
That's going to travel to you, man, and take care of your precious gems while you're at work or whatever, and a mastermind and a graduate. I believe she got her BA or some major degree I know of. She's very special with the kids.
Is there a bachelor's or master's?
Maybe the master's.
Okay, because the bachelor's can be like BA degree, bachelor's of
that's
arts.
like 2 years, right?
Yeah, or 2 or 4. And then master's is beyond that, so that's an MBA.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely want to give a shout out to Michael Green, Charles Blair, all them gentlemen that we're going to have on the show. I want to give a shout out to some of the small business owners over there on Washington Boulevard. You have Fashion Kings, if you want to get there for your Baltimore City hook up on your clothes, man. They've got the best jeans in town.
Nice.
There's a barber shop right down the street. You can get a nice massage, tattoo.
You know why it used to be called Pigtown?
Yeah, because they used to take the pigs, run them through the town to the slaughterhouse.
That's right.
So they have festivals, you know. Check out festivals. Just go to different places within the city, outside of the city. Brighten your horizon, man. Just go meet different people. That's why I love the seminars, because I go in there, I meet investors, contractors, plumbers, all types of people. Get their business cards, man, and just start building whatever you kind of establishment or dream that you have. That's what I'm doing. The real estate, the nonprofits, the Bot Fox program. We got so much stuff going on.
We do.
And this is my partner, brother Tom, man. And I'm saying he's very knowledgeable. I'm very grateful, man. He has a face for radio. Trust me, he's very smart when he's asleep.
Hey, you get, you know what?
But he don't sleep much.
No, a lot of people get along with me really well when I'm asleep.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I don't fuss. I don't argue on any of that stuff. So anyway, I talked about Jordan Stanley Payne, Mike Green, Bryce McKinley. These are some of the real estate masterminds that we know, Charles Blair. So we'll be talking about them. We may start the next show off with real estate or end it with real estate. But like I said, we covered a lot of amazing ground tonight. Had a blast with you, man. And
always.
Yeah.
I actually feel a little better now.
Do you? Okay, you look better. You look like your color's coming back.
Well, it's
your shade.
It's the people,
Your
the
shade.
opportunity.
So you're getting excited and enthusiastic about talking to these folks right now that are looking at us right now?
Right now.
Is that what's getting you excited, making you feel better?
No, I'm hoping that the information that we provide was helpful to somebody.
Oh, I know that. There's
and
no
the
doubt.
shout out, man, your 15-minute of fame, man. This is opportunity, man. I would feel excited. I heard my name on the radio.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I do want to give a shout out to Roger Waters, who
not the guy who was in Pink Floyd.
Not
this gentleman, Roger Waters, works in Baltimore City. He's an investor and a friend of James.
And he also just bought a radio station out in Ocean City with the FM, AM, and HD channels. He's given us an HD channel to run some stuff off of, man, giving the information out into Ocean City and Delaware line. I got a radio station out in North Carolina that we can utilize off of Be Exposed Radio, man. This is the family-based right here, man.
Yeah.
And we have 1 minute left, man, to the end of our episode.
Yeah, I know. So, well, we're getting ready to go. We'll be back here next Thursday, same time, same channel,
Yes.
7 to 9 p.m., live from our studios here at BeExposedRadio.com on Lexington Street in Baltimore. So if there's anything you want to do, you could certainly text me at 443-521-3424. We can certainly go over any of the things we discussed. If you'd like to get on the show, please hit up Tom Black on Facebook or James Spires, or go to the Urban and Suburban Perspectives Facebook page. So,
and my number is 443-622-0186.
You a rocker.
So definitely, man, let's keep people connected, man, and connecting the world one village at a time. Education and love and, just understanding. Mm-hmm. Yes, brother.
We did it again.
We did it again.
Got another one in the can.
Yes.
That's right.
Round two.
We're not in the can yet. I'm sorry. We're still here with you, but we're getting ready to wrap it up.
This is part of our bucket list right here.
So this is Tom, the People Conductor Black, coming to you live from the Be Exposed Radio Studios in Baltimore, and my friend
James the Messenger Spires on Be Exposed Radio, Urban and Suburban Perspectives, every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Wait until we start bringing some of these guests in here, Tom.
Well, we're just going to keep it real and give a lot of love, because that's what the world is missing. Is more love, more great content and information. People were vibing on each other, and we just, I say this to people all the time, it doesn't always work out, but I want to leave the world better than when I found it.
Yes.
Or people.
Yes. So. Let's put it back on track. We can do this.
And
thank you, love you.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes